Summary of what we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about your modern design assistant, which is AI, right? We're having the Ninja experience, are we talking AI workflow, which AI again, and which AI. Okay, so imagine AI as your design partner, right? It's meant to boost your design skill. Before I even continue, how many of us are designers here? Let me know my audience. Okay, how many of us are developers? How many of us are content writers? How many of us are cloud engineers? For nothing. How many of us are here just for food? All right, good stuff. So the guys that are here for food, I'll be speaking to you. Imagine AI as your design partner. It helps boost your skill, right? And it accelerates your workflow. So prior to now, what we do, we use lorem ipsum, those that are designers, when we are trying to design. We don't actually create content for our design. But now AI helps us with that. So it helps you to create user personnel, and then you can use that user personnel to use across your design, basically. And AI helps you brainstorm. When you interview with customers, you analyze your design feedback that you have gotten from them, and you improve your user experience. So let's get into the Ninja experience. You can see it on the screen. So who has ever been watching a really good movie or football match? I'm an Arsenal fan. And and just as it gets exciting, NEPA takes the light. Let me see your hand up. Okay, few people. So how many of you have gotten, I'm almost only to find out that person has not even gotten to the plate. You might be the one doing it, it's fine, you can raise your hand. Also, how many of us usually wait for NEPA to take the light before we realize that we should charge our phones? iPhone users, raise your hand up. Last one. So, who has been bargaining so hard in the market that they end up surprising themselves the final price? Like, you bargain so much and you're like, is this the final price? All right, so let's get into our talk. Why AI? Speed, creativity, and scale, right? AI handles repetitive tasks, as I had mentioned, and reduce your project timeline. So freelancer, it allows you to handle multiple projects, right? How does it allow you to do that? You generate design ideas. Particularly, you generate design ideas with Claude, right? Because Claude can write code in React, right? So you can just give him, hey, I'm trying to design this calendar, design, right? Give me an idea what you think using this guideline, right? And then it generates the UI for you. And sometimes you don't really need to make more changes. I'm not going to lie. You don't really need to make more changes. You just need to copy that thing that it has given you, right? And redesign it to fit your existing design system, right? So also it boosts your creativity, right? Blending different design elements, right? And also it helps you maintain consistency across platform and audience. So most of the times when you are designing, right? So let's say you are designing for the CPG brand, which I designed for a lot, and you're trying to build a production planning system, right, that allows manufacturers to produce items. What AI has helped you do is that it helps you maintain consistency in terms of content, in terms of generating ideas. It just streamlines your focus. Whereas without AI, you get to go and do the research yourself, right? And piece all these things together. This is the new workflow, right? This is the new design workflow, right? It's called the AI workflow, from idea generation, prototyping, iteration, production, and optimization, right? Ideation, you use AI to generate ideas, right? And also, you use AI to create prototype. You use AI to, create rapid mock-up and design and wireframe. One of the AI tools you can use for this is called Loom, right? Loom AI helps you to do that. And also AI helps you to prepare your design before you send it off to dev. Which AI, the intelligent design tools you can use. For UI UX, you can use Figma, which most of us use. You can use Sketch as well. Then for content, you can use GPT, you can use Gemini, right? You can use Claude, you can use Perplexity. Also, you can use Midjourney for image generation. There's no need to worry about, oh, I can't find African image online. There's no need to download it from Shutterstock. Just get onto the Midjourney Discord and you can generate image from there. Also, for videos, you can use Runway. For sites, you can use Framer. For graphics, you can use Canva. And also there's Stability AI, there's VZ.ai, which most of us are familiar with. And also AI design challenge and solution, right? I'm trying to run through the talk. There's a part where I really want to stay. So the challenges in AI is ensuring originality. That's really hard to ensure, but use AI for repetitive tasks and ideation. So that helps you to maintain some form of originality. And then there's ethical concern, if the AI is ethical and all that. Recently, Character AI, their AI allowed a teenager to commit suicide, which was a big deal, and the company was sued. So AI ethical concern is a big deal, right? And all to prevent that, right, is to make sure you follow, the ethical guidelines for AI models to ensure that what you are doing, you're not basically copying someone else's design, right? You want to balance it. You want to brainstorm with AI, right? Also, there's AI human balance, and also there's over-reliance on AI. That's a big problem when you rely on AI too much, mostly as a newbie in design. It's good to use AI, but you need to have a way to think and be creative without AI. So the key summary of this talk is AI enhance your creativity, not replacing it, right? Say with me, AI is not replacing me. Say AI is not replacing me. And this is not to massage your ego. Trust me, I don't like massaging people's ego. This is telling you the truth, right? That AI allows you to speed up your workflow, take on multiple clients, deliver job faster. Currently, what I do, when you give me a feedback on Figma, I copy it, I paste it on ChatGPT, and then it tells me what to do. That's very quick, right? So my boss will be like, this. And I'm like, okay. Then I would go to ChatGPT. It will help me to analyze the feedback that has been given, create solution for me, and then I'll be able to pick some of the solution and add to it. There's a part where I add to it. And then I said, hey, I'm done. And like, oh, fast. No, it's AI. It's helping increasing my workflow. And I take on like multiple projects at the same time because I can do it with the help of AI. Also, there's just going through the key takeaway, there's get personalization at scale through data-driven design, human oversight ensuring originality and ethics, staying ahead of the trend, and AI capability, right? So this is the end of the talk, right? But this is not the end of, this is the end of the slide, but not the end of the talk, rather. So I would want us to, thank you, I want us to see AI as something that is not a threat, right? And let me tell you how, as a designer, how your new workflow should be. You get a PROD. First, you get a PROD. If you are like me, I generate PROD with Notion AI or ChatGPT. You get your PROD. You move it to Claude, right? And when you move it to Claude, you tell him to generate UI for these designs, right? And then when it generates that UI, right, you stay there first. And you go ahead to, find mood board. Mood board is basically saying, I want to use Airbnb design, Airbnb font, right? And use Wise FinTech color, and also use linear way of designing their button. right? So that's like you combining 3 companies together. So when you have that typography, you have that color, you have that layout, you come back to the design that Claude has designed for you, right? And then you begin to design the design that Claude has given to you to fit those 3 components. So the font will change to Airbnb font, the color will change to Wise FinTech, and the layout on the button will look like linear. So let's say you're designing a SaaS product. The reason I'm saying this is a new workflow because it helps you speed up a lot of things. You don't have to do a lot of thinking, right? You don't really have to do a lot of thinking. And for developers, we all know that there's been this beef around developers, are better than designers. Designers are better than developers. But in the real sense of things, everybody's just collaborating to bring a product to life, right? So developers, it makes it easy for them to generate ideas. I'll tell you for free, developers, they don't need designer to whip out their first MVP. They don't. Don't massage your ego that you're needed every single time. They don't need designers, to whip out their MVP, ship some things, right? The engineers that I work with, they don't seek my opinion for some things. And yeah, let it boost your ego is a good thing, right? They will be like, hey, I'm trying to create this thing, right? So I just use Claude to, do it. And I'm like, wow, that's good. But they always come back for me. They always come back to me to know like, oh, how is this and all that. So that's the new workflow, right? Use Claude to generate design idea. Trust me, use Claude AI to generate design idea. Use UI Wizard that has been acquired by me recently to generate design ideas. That helps speed up your workflow, right? So don't be afraid to use AI. Don't be afraid to use designs generated by AI, but also add a touch of your creativity to it. Before I go, I would like to jump on a few things, right? This is off the topic, but I would like to talk about it. One of them is more designers need to be founders, right? The Nigeria ecosystem is very young. A lot of us are young. If you go to the UK, the US, and other parts of Europe, you would see a lot of, from the age of, let's say, 25 to about 40-something or probably 50-something, they are the ones attending tech conference. We are a young ecosystem. The entire Nigeria ecosystem is very young, right? So why am I saying this is that we need more people to innovate, right? We need more people to create solutions for different industries, right? I personally am a person that product a lot, right? I create, I have an idea and I meet friends that are developers, we whip it out and we see how it goes, right? So there should be emphasis on more people trying to create startup businesses, solutions that can solve problems. We can see the lack of Paystack. MoneyPoint just became a unicorn. You heard the story of how Tosin met his co-founder at InterSwitch and how they built something. So let's all in our small space, let's look for people that we can build with. You hear the people talk about that. Don't underestimate the person that's close to you. It's true. It's true. Because that person can be your co-founder. So let's go out there. Let's build stuff, right? Let's innovate. Let's create solutions. I get it. This is Nigeria. We all want to get paid in USD. We all want to earn money. But we have to see beyond what's going on and look for ways to create solutions, to innovate, right? To go beyond, right? We were experiencing a crisis when Paystack was found. We were experiencing a crisis when Child Deck was found, and MoneyPoint became a unicorn during this Tinubu tenure, right? So what I'm saying is that let's create solution, right? I have 5 friends. One is building AI financial software for due diligence for VC and PE. That's venture capital and private partners, right? And he's selling to the US market and he's doing extremely fine. He's getting his products on cold email, using Apollo to get contact and cold email them, right? And he's making good revenue. Trust me, he's making good revenue when converted to Naira. That's good revenue. And I have a friend that is building an AI tool that helps you to analyze all your feedback and give you insight. He's making cool revenue, right? He's building it, right? So I'm building a lot of stuff. Do you get? So what am I saying? What am I ending with? I'm ending with the fact that we all need to build stuff. Yeah, you want to get paid in USD. Don't worry, you get paid. You want to earn money. You earn money. And as a matter of fact, my first job, I got it with a startup in code that I built. And when I was presenting it on the interview, right, I was telling the guy that this is what I'm building for this company. I didn't say my company. I said this company because I wasn't the only one. And I said, this is how far we have gone. You know, this is that. And he was like, oh, wow, impressive. As he launched, I said, hold on, wait. That's not launch. It's still in development area. It's not in any development area. I'm not developing anything. But I had engineers that wanted to jump on it. But God so kind, you know, I put through without not having a live version product. So what am I saying? Pick a solution in an industry and try to create a problem for it and create a mini case study. I'm speaking to those that are looking for a job in design because I'm a designer. And create a mini case study about that thing that you have built, right? And don't sell yourself short. Please don't do that. I had an interview last week and I was talking to the person and I told him that, hey, I have 5 other interviews. Are you doing this or not? He was like, hey, let me get back to you this day, this, that. We're trying to do this and do that. I said, okay. So I'm not like, don't be scared. It doesn't mean that because you don't have experience. No. The reason I told him that is because this is going to make him anxious, that he's going to lose me. And I'm the most experienced guy in this field. But aside that, he has seen my work. I might not have experience, but he has seen my case study, he has seen my work. And he knows I'm good. So what am I saying? You do the job before you start building stuff. Pair with a developer, pair with a product manager. You guys create a LinkedIn page, whatever you want to do, and you start building stuff. If you don't want to go that route, right, what you should do is that a couple of your friends that are skilled in different areas, right, in cloud, in this, and that, pick them, create a design agency, in quotes, and then you guys can offer startup service. It's not rocket science. You are a content writer. You are a cloud engineer. You are a software developer, front-end, back-end rather. You are an AI researcher, and so on, right? You know, pick those guys and form a design agency and offer service to other people, right? There's a YC company. YC is an accelerator that founders, you know, they go to get mentorship and get money as well and all that stuff. But there's a YC company that their landing page was built by 2 Nigerians and they offer design services. So they built the landing page with workflow. They made a lot of money from that. And it was just a quick job. But why am I sharing this? It's because they were not experienced. They just know how to use Framework. But what they did was that they created a company around it and started reaching out to YC founders, right? So try as much as possible to see beyond the entire Nigeria ecosystem, right? The entire problem we are going through, there's a lot happening. It's distracting. Yeah, I get it. But try as much as possible to focus on your tech career, right? If you're a designer, use the strategy that I told you because it works and I'm still using it. And hopefully, I wish you the best in your tech career. That will be it for me. Have a nice day, everyone.